Look, let's just get right into it, okay? Everyone, welcome to the Doozy podcast, everyone. We're talking about the heavy stuff this episode.
Yeah,
it's gonna get a little emotional.
Yeah, it could. You're also probably thinking, what the hell does that word mean?
Well, the word doozy means something that is extraordinary or outstanding of its kind.
Yes, and we are not that.
But we're
even in the hard stuff. Sometimes you're going to be good at the hard stuff. And so this is the podcast that we're going to give you all the tools you need to become successful in life.
And the best part is,
we're going to cry this entire episode.
We're going to cry this whole time. And through that, you're going to see us become successful ourselves. Well, we also teach you how to be successful.
Makes sense to me.
I'm Alex. Still bald Staub.
And I'm Kirk.
Slut mode.
Want you, slut mode on. I want you to show me how much of a slut you are. Koz.
Well, what are we going to talk about today, slut?
Well, I think it's pretty evident.
Yeah. Sluts. How to be a slut.
Next year, for sure.
For sure.
Every single year, there's an episode that you have to dive into the deeper, kind of harder to talk about, more emotional parts of navigating through this thing called,
relationships,
love. Or situationships or crushes. And one of those things is how to get over an ex.
Oh.
It's
hard.
It's impossible. It's impossible to ignore it because we all go through heartbreak at some point in our life, whether it's a childhood crush or like a regular crush or a situationship. You're like, gosh, I thought we had something.
Or you walk by someone on the street and you're like, I'm in love with them.
Or you're on the subway commute and you keep on seeing the same person every morning. And you start imagining your life together.
Yeah.
And then one day she doesn't get on and you're like,
yeah.
I should have said something.
Yeah, you see her with someone else, kiss someone else goodbye before work, and you're like, wow.
And you're like, how could you do this to me?
How could you do this to me?
You didn't even
That happened
warn
to me with, I used to have, like, the biggest celebrity crush on Jessica Alba, right?
Oh.
And I remember one time, I was such a big fan, and I was like, that's going to be my girlfriend one day. And I remember that was at the airport, and I see her on the cover of this magazine, and she's pregnant. And I remember going up and just like kind of like put one hand over there on the magazine, and I said, "Why didn't you wait for me?"
And
the lady at the magazine stand was like, "Are you gonna buy that?" And I was like, "She's like, don't cry on the magazine."
I assumed the reaction would have been something very, very sentimental like that, or you were like, but I don't remember having sex with Jessica
I'm gonna be a dad.
I'm gonna be a dad.
I'm gonna be a dad.
You're like so warped in your things.
I'm gonna be a dad.
My wife.
Yeah,
but
that's some weird stalker shit.
Yeah. So today, what we have is the top 10 tips on how to get over an ex. Now, it's a very complicated thing. Now, because there's so many different facets to it.
Kirk, let me ask: Have you ever had to get over an ex?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. And let me address the elephant in the room. This podcast has, over the course of 2.5 years, become a lot more of a social experiment than I ever thought that it would be.
Yeah.
I do try to be as completely honest about certain things that we talk about in here, and I'm going to be honest with you.
Finally.
On this podcast. I might say things that are really hard to hear. I might say things that are worrisome or frustrating or certain things, because when you're in the thick of something like this, and if it's fresh, or if you have moments in your life that this has happened, it can change you. It can change a lot of your perceptions of who you are and how you go about life and future relationships. So yeah. I think
and I'll probably say something that will get me canceled this episode.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, exactly. But I think it's important, especially in episodes like this, that we are completely honest.
We're
And
gonna
yes,
we're gonna get in our feelings, right?
I absolutely. I've had to get over exes that I thought were the one. I've had to get over exes that it was completely abrupt and slightly, rose-tinted glasses, and I've also had to get over exes that happened very quickly, and I got every single thing that I've wanted. And then there's also the other getting over an ex, even if it's like a situationship or even a crush. It still applies.
Yeah.
What about you? How have you?
Oh, I've had some bad breakups, and
Obviously, the one that takes the cake is Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba. That was I'm still getting over that one. Yeah, no, I've had to deal with a lot of heartbreaks over the years.
Yeah.
And it's tough.
It's
It's tough. But everyone goes depending on the situation there. Sometimes it's like I wanted a good thing, it's over, and then sometimes it's like, oh God, and you're home crying, and it takes a while just to get over it. And it sucks.
There was something I read and saw months ago while I was freshly going
Was it about Jessica?
through. No, maybe the girl on the TikTok talking about it name was Jessica, but this TikTok that I saw really put it very, very well, and I'd say it's a good thing to keep in mind as we go through these tips, which is breakups and heartbreak include three things that are psychologically and physiologically challenging just by themselves, but during the aftermath of a breakup, they are most likely happening all at once. And those three things, the first one is withdrawal.
Okay, yeah.
Withdrawal. It's almost like a drug, love.
Right.
Or a person.
Yeah.
Because there are biochemical reactions that are happening on a daily basis that help you feel connected and bonded to the person. When they're no longer there, you're not experiencing as much dopamine or oxytocin.
It's like you missed a got a limb shot off.
Exactly. It's like wait. So you're it's like, wait, how do I get my regular dopamine or like my feel good or my chill out type of feelings?
Yeah, it's like losing a pet,
exactly,
or a sibling, or
another thing that's happening is an identity crisis. Sometimes when you're in a relationship or with somebody, sometimes for an extended period of time, even sometimes even for a small concise amount of time, parts of yourself identify with that person.
Yeah,
I think that's even similar with friends. If you hang out with enough people,
especially a lot of those situations, those relationships where people are like codependent.
Yeah, that's
that you need that other person to feel whole. That's when that breakup happens. Those people get it the worst.
I think that's the most common thing with people is this codependency, the feeling that you need this other person. And then the last one, it's pretty obvious when you're getting over an ex. It's like grieving the loss of a loved one because they most likely will no longer be in your life.
Right.
But and every society and everyone expects that it's like just get over it. Just get over it. But sometimes it's not that easy, and that's why
it's so much easier to say it from the outside.
Exactly.
I used to be like, dump her, bro. Who gives a shit? And then, when I'm in it, I'm like, dude, I can't, man.
Yeah, just get over one by getting under another.
Yeah. To get over someone, you got to get under someone else,
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a fortune cookie.
That's a fortune cookie.
No, that's a Dua Lipa song, actually.
What? It is?
Yeah, to get under him, to get over him, you gotta get under him.
Are those the lyrics? Anyways, let's jump into the top 10 tips. We're gonna get this going.
Top 10 tips on how to get over an ex. First of all, I just want to say, we're not in the studio today. It's because my ex kicked me out of the studio. So we're doing the old school thing here. We got the green screen still, and my neck already hurts.
I know, yeah, right?
My neck already hurts.
I really have to.
We used to do. We did like 100 episodes of this, or 50 episodes.
I know,
like that back in the day. Wow, we've evolved. We don't got to plug anything in.
Yeah.
If my
Anyways,
ex could see me now.
if my ex could see me now, she'd maybe still love me.
All right, well, hey, here's the top 10 tips on how to get over an ex, all right? Number 10, accept it. It's over.
It's over.
It's done. How to get over an ex if you can't accept the reality. Denial is normal, but keeping a blindfold on will not help you in facing the truth. If your partner avoids you, is in another relationship, or has asked you to stop communicating, these are obvious signs. Don't try to get your ex back. The worst thing to do is wanting to keep the illusion of the relationship alive. Tip: when you accept the relationship is over, you create space for growth. Having a clean breakup will make the recovery process easier. You know,
acceptance is the beginning.
Yeah, you know, if it's over, you gotta let it pass. You gotta sit with the pain.
Yeah.
You know, and it's tough. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, and it's gonna hurt hard, and it's gonna suck. And just remember, you know, being in that moment, you know, when you're like going through it, because it's literally like, you know, being sick, and you have to almost wait for the sickness to pass before you start to feel better. You have no control over it.
Really, no, yeah.
You have no control. It's your body.
It's why
purging.
It's why I wanted to say those three things that are happening right at the onset of them, because I think it's, you know, getting over an ex. It's one of the few things that I think everybody knows but doesn't want to acknowledge, that if you are feeling like shit, you are doing it right.
Yeah, you're doing it right.
Because that's
and
the
it's
start.
gonna suck. It's gonna hurt.
That's the start, because you have to get past that, because, you know.
Just recently, a coworker of mine, he went through, he was in a relationship, and it didn't work out, and they broke up. And, you know, it was a relatively normal breakup. But I told him, I was like, dude, it's going to hurt. It's going to suck. Mm-hmm. And on the other side of that, you're going to be way more powerful. And you're going to feel great. And it's going to be a new you. Things are going to slow down. You're going to start to see things a little clearer. It's going to be you're just shedding a layer, you know?
I can see clearly now.
That's it.
My ex is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way.
And if you're under him, you're not getting over him. Oh, see,
I gotta get over her by getting under another.
You gotta do it.
It's gonna be bright, slutty day.
Gonna be a slut today.
I'm gonna be a slut.
Slut. No, so
big slut today.
So he actually he couldn't take the pain. And
he reached out.
He couldn't take the pain. He was like, dude, I miss her. I can't. I hate feeling like this. I can't fuck. And I'm like, just hold on. Just hold on. You can do it. Hold on. And he was like, nah, I can't do this, man. I can't do this. Hit her back up. And then they got back together. Now they're back together again. And I was like, dude, I missed her so much. It feels so fucking good. And I'm like, all right, well, you know, hopefully it happens. Hopefully
you know how to address what was not
because it's not like I missed her. We're back together. Oh my god. It's like, okay, you also have to be aware. Why did you break up?
Yep. And if you're gonna get back together, you have to be able to address it.
There's so many times where you break up and then you miss that person so much, it clouds all judgment, and you're like, oh, she wasn't that bad.
She wasn't that bad. And then you're just like,
And then you're justifying.
You're getting ready for the drug fix.
Yeah. And you're like, please, just a little bit. Please, hello.
Yeah.
Accept it's over. Accept it. She's gone.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
That's the start. If you're feeling shitty,
good.
It's okay. You're on the right track.
Good.
Moving on to the top 9 tip, cut all kinds of ties with your ex.
Yeah, you have to.
Cutting off contact with your ex is the most important next step to get over an ex. Initially, it can feel like an extremely hard journey, but you have to endure all the pain to reclaim yourself. It includes no catching up, not even with friends, no calls, no texting, and no keeping tabs. Tip:
can't do that.
Things will change for the good when you follow the no contact rule.
It will.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
Block them on everything, social media-wise.
Yeah.
Do it. Otherwise, you're going to look at their stories. You're gonna look at their pictures, and then you're gonna torture yourself like crazy. Get rid of
Yeah.
it. And then all of her friends that you were only friends with because of her, they're on her side. You know?
100%.
So
And
you
also-
have to block all of the friends too.
Yep,
Because
exactly.
otherwise, if you come across the friend's story, you're gonna see that person in the story. It's gonna happen because they're gonna be out.
Exactly.
They're gonna be out with them trying to get over you, and you're gonna be home crying, looking at the stories. So that's how it goes.
it's actually like I think it's easy as an oversight to think like, oh no, it's not as important. But I think social media has entered into this topic in such a crucial way that you really have to be smart about it.
Yeah.
You do. It will only help because how often are you looking at your phone, your social media?
You're on
conversing with
every
people?
day.
You are going
Every day.
If you don't rip that shit off like a fucking scab, it will fester most likely. You have to. That was actually for me was something that I was actually able to do quickly. I was like, okay, I can't see any of these people that I became friends with. I can't converse. I can't have any shred of any what if conversation or this or that. Like,
Yeah.
but it took a while to like really be on the other side.
You gotta
of it.
just, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Like you spend so much. You just give a part of yourself during your life to this one person, and then they're just gone like it never even happened.
Like it never even happened, and that's where.
But
it's
that
a little
person
bit of a
will
mind
always
fuck,
be
yeah.
a piece of you and always be a part of you and who you are, and
that's-
helped shape you and mold you.
And that point of view
Which is
comes
crazy.
with time.
Yeah.
It comes with time to like, because
Yeah.
like there's parts of past relationships that will always you'll always carry. Sometimes more than others. But it's most important to get on the other side of this. As you're feeling shitty, you have to eliminate all of the things that you know deep down would and will make you shitty if you see. And those ties with the other people that you became friendly with or went out and hung out with that were an extension of that person.
Yeah.
It has to. It can't, because if it stays intact, it's gonna get messy.
It's gonna get so messy. You have to. Yeah. You can't do it.
Yeah.
You gotta cut the cord.
Cut the cord.
All right, number 8, everybody. Avoid revisiting your date spots. Yeah. Reminiscing on the good old times is nice, but after a breakup, looking back is probably the worst thing you can do. It can slow down your healing process. Things like visiting your first date spot or going to your ex's favorite restaurant are bad ideas. If you have lived together, consider redecorating your home. Tip, try to be able to move on without constantly being reminded of the past. Give your place a makeover. Discard all those things that bring back memories and no longer fit the healthier life you want to build. Yeah, there's a lot of places in the city, back in the day when I was, dating around. I'll walk by a street or something where like a moment happened, or like a restaurant that like I was only there that one time, but I'll walk by and see it and I'll be like, I remember when that happened. And it's there are little pockets around the world that are just triggering for you.
That is one of the crazy things about it. It's like, to this day,
And then but then you're that guy where you walk into a pizza store and you're like staring at like this one table in the corner, and they're like, "Sir, would you like pizza?" And you're like, "No,
I just want her back." No, just that's it.
Someone died in that corner.
Someone died in that corner.
Someone died on that table 3 years ago. It was me.
So,
So you don't want the pizza slice? No, just burn that table.
Oh my God! No,
She broke my heart in that bathroom, man.
I would say this is now it's interesting because months ago.
It's literally like going back to like the center of Chernobyl, okay?
The center of Chernobyl, you're gonna get infected.
Exactly.
You're gonna get so fucking sick.
You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it.
Such a good analogy.
You're gonna feel it.
Going back to your date
It's a
spots
hot
is
spot.
like going to a radioactive Russian city.
Exactly. It's a hot spot.
No, for real. To this day, there's a few
as
date
you're
spots.
walking up to the restaurant, you're like, I shouldn't be here. I gotta get out of here.
No, there's a few really, really special date spots that I've been on that I have not, and maybe I'll go back at some point. But I think the biggest thing is I always avoid a specific neighborhood in the city. I cannot set foot in there. Foot there. Probably again, but like right now, it's like it has to be like, no, I can't go there. I cannot go there.
No,
even if it's with other friends, or if it's for I will not go to that specific neighborhood.
Yeah, you can't
because it's too It's too triggering. There's too much radiation.
It's ground zero.
It's ground zero.
It's ground zero.
There's
Chernobyl.
You need a hazmat suit. I think that's one of the big things.
You need a hazmat suit.
That for me, that the neighborhood that I can't set foot in now.
Yeah.
Also, for 5 years, used to be where I worked.
Yeah.
So now it's all befuddled and fucked up. The Chernobyl ground zero is also a place that holds like past love, and it's like, oh Jesus, God, somebody bomb it.
Yeah.
Again. No, yeah. Avoid revisiting your date spots. I actually, when I was in the really onset of it, the first few months. Of course, somehow TikTok knows how to just be like, oh, I know what this person's going through. Here's breakup TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was a guy who was trying to say, go back to the date spots.
Yeah.
Make it make it an experience just for you. Go back there alone. And like I respect that, but also it's like that takes time. That takes time.
Isn't it crazy how last night we were like making fun of that video. It was like, meh. And then I'm scrolling on Instagram and that video comes up. It's fucking weird, dude.
Love you.
It's weird, bro.
It really is. Anyways, let's keep moving to the top 7 tip.
Quick, can we move on already?
The top 7 tip, everybody.
Have we moved on yet?
Is after a breakup, it's quite common for people.
Wait, what? You didn't say what the title of this number 7 tip
Oh,
is.
sorry. The top 7 tip is indulge in your favorite hobby. Your favorite hobby.
Nice.
After a breakup, it's quite common for people to lose interest in doing things they used to once enjoy. Any free time can feel scary, but when you have the time in your hands, it's wise to invest it in personal growth. Indulge in your hobby or find a new one. It can be anything, sporty, creative, or something as simple as reading. A breakup can bring you down, but a hobby can always cheer you up. Trying something new or putting yourself out of your comfort zone can be fun and rewarding. It is also a great way to form new friendships. This is actually something that if you're really highly affected from a breakup, I know for me, over the past 9 months, my love for certain things that I find so important and meaningful to me.
We're like fucked up now.
No. They mean so much more because during the relationship, I was losing sight of them.
Right. Yeah.
Even my career, I was losing a little bit of sight in them.
Yeah.
I was losing like the really, really the beautiful like feeling of enjoying like a show or a movie or even like going out with friends, or I was enjoying the feelings of like playing video games with friends, or like these little microcosms of hobbies that like remind you like, hey, this is something that makes you feel really, really good, and you deserve to feel good, and you always have the power to make yourself feel good. So remember that as you are challenged repeatedly. Oh, only this one person can make me feel good. That's not true.
Right.
You know?
Also, like if you met your person during your favorite hobby,
Oh well,
then you need to
hard.
find another hobby.
I will say that is a whole another
know?
different ballgame. Is that something that you can speak to? Or
No, but it's more just like if your favorite hobby was like playing tennis or something, and then all of a sudden you met that person playing tennis. And then you can no longer go to that tennis place anymore.
Never go.
And,
You can never.
you can't play tennis. You
tennis,
put the racket down. Because it's radioactive.
I think it comes with time. It's like it dulls after a while.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, well, let's move on here.
Yes.
We're moving on quick.
Yeah, we
Good.
are. We're
You know what?
please,
Good.
Please.
Rip it. What'd you say? Rip it like a scab?
Rip it like a.
You're not supposed to rip the scab off because you got to let it heal.
Okay, maybe it wasn't a good analogy.
Just rip the scab off so you're bleeding out. Number 6. Be easy on yourself and forgive yourself. Okay? You may sometimes feel guilty about the actions you have taken, but when you give importance to that feeling, it threatens your happiness. How to forget your ex? Practice releasing regrets and forgive. When you continue to be angry or upset, you cannot heal. Tip: focus on your happiness to regain control of your life. That's it. This is something that I do. That I don't know if I've ever shared, but a little therapy thing that I do is like if I'm really upset about something or or I did something that I knew was like wrong or just made me feel bad or like just any normal person just feel bad.
Yeah.
Then I just kind of like I sit with myself and it's like, hey, it's like I forgive you, I love you, It's all good. I love you, Alex. I forgive you. And you just kind of like a little mantra that I just repeat until I feel better.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think everybody has their ways of doing that.
I mean, it's not like I ran someone over in my car and I'm
No,
like,
yeah.
I love you, Alex. It's okay.
I love
Alex,
you. It's
Alex,
okay. I love you.
Alex is fine. Forgive
You didn't make a mistake.
No, you're good. It's fine. You're okay. You're fine. But it's a time to really get to know yourself and to just sit with yourself and to be with yourself and just to really you learn that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to be your own best friend and it's gonna sometimes it takes more than once for it to settle in, but
yeah, I think
you learn to love yourself,
to speak on
respect yourself on a different level.
To speak on being easy on yourself and forgiving yourself. I had an experience around month like 3 or 4 post breakup that everybody has their different ways of forgiving themselves or like getting over like big events like these life events. I've spoken to the listeners and viewers. I've been in therapy for 6 years now, and it took me 6 years and this breakup to have breakthroughs and understandings and come to an understanding about certain ways that I had been acting and treating my life and going about my life with certain people and how I lived it, that I was like, oh my God, it was really, really hard. Like really, really hard, harsh things, having to go back like 15, 20 years and basically do that exact thing. Like have a moment to myself and be like almost speaking to a younger version of myself to be like, I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I forgive you. Like, it's okay. It is okay that it's gotten to this point. Like, I got it. Like, you're going to be okay.
That's literally it. You go inside yourself there, and I picture just like it's like a dark room, and then it's just like a little kid version of void, little kid version of yourself, just kind of curled up crying, and you go up and you're like, "What's wrong, buddy?"
Yeah.
What's wrong?
No, yeah.
It's like, oh, she left me, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you give him a hug. It's like, it's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
And you feel better.
Yeah. And I think
that's that inner child of you.
For me, what that helped me do is it helped me to begin to forgive myself for ways that I had been acting for decades that had led me to this happening and me reacting the way that I did right afterwards and all these different things. So to be able to acknowledge that, forgive myself, and it furthermore like solidified, okay, now it's a time just for me right now. It's why I, on the surface, more often than not, I'm like, no, I'm not ready to date just yet. I don't think I'm ready to date just yet. And it's because I know I'm still in the forgiving myself stage and stuff. Just a thought, but it's important. And however you get there, it's a huge moment.
Yeah,
I think
it is
to be able to be like, hey, we're good.
Yeah,
we got this.
We're good. Yeah. Now when I go into the void, I just have sex with myself. Hey, well, on that note, everybody, let's take a little break and go into our little voids by ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds good.
All right, we'll see you after this break here.
Oh, hi. Hello. Welcome. Hey, I'm sorry. We're just finishing up a session in Staub's void. This is the crying after he has sex with himself.
Hey
guys.
Oh, shit. Oh, we're back.
Wow,
We're back,
was
everyone.
Special. I'm so glad that you guys didn't have to watch it.
Take a break from all
He
that
made me watch.
gushy stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Well, guys, this is the point in every single podcast that we take a minute to slow down and just thank you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. And we also want to take a quick moment to just give a few shout outs.
Yeah. Go on all social media, okay?
All the social media.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Go on YouTube, right?
YouTube, please subscribe.
Yeah, please, okay?
Please.
Okay?
We'll do anything.
I'll do anything, all right?
Yeah, if you subscribe on YouTube or even
if
Spotify,
you don't want to watch us on YouTube, you can listen to us. We're on all the audio platforms.
Subscribing really goes a long way. And then, of course, the party is always at Instagram because you get to see our beautiful trailers edited by the one who got away.
The one who got away. Jose,
Pizarro, our editor.
Yeah. And
he's always at a distance.
Always at a distance.
He's always at a distance.
And speaking to that, let's we're also gonna go to another favorite part of the break here where we check in and we see how Jose's doing. So Jose, how's the episode going? Do you got anything about any advice about breakups with exes
and how to get over an ex?
How to get over an ex or under an ex or just anything like that.
Episode's going bad. My advice is, just grow up. Grow up, people. If you get broken up with, move on. What are you, fucking 12? A person doesn't like you. You go away. You find somebody else who does. It blows my mind. It takes me like a week to get over somebody, and then I just quickly move on. There's something unhealthy about that for sure. I mean, I work through my problems in therapy, so maybe, but even then, like anything, if you've been going out with somebody for a year, take a month off. 2 years, a month and a half off. 3 years, you get 2 months off. So for every year, you have to take half a month at least. After the first year. That would be my advice. I think that's healthy. Anything above 5 years, you can take 3 months off, actually. And that's it. And then you move on. Your friends don't want to hear you complain about your ex. Your friends, nobody likes hearing about it. It's so boring. We get it. I thought they were the one. No, they weren't. Move on. You're going to find the one. Imagine how embarrassed your future... This is something I actually think about. Imagine how embarrassed your future partner would feel if they knew what you were going through currently. They'd be like, oh, dang. Jose is lame. Like, look at him moping around over an ex. Cut exes out. Doesn't matter. They're just people. Bye. One that's 2 minutes too long. Bye.
Wow. He's got away with words.
He's got away with words.
He's got away with words.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right, well, let's get back into this because the only way to get over your ex is to go through the pain.
Go through the pain. So let's just jump in. We're on the. It's on the horizon, guys. We're gonna be good.
Yeah, well, we're already in it. It's like a cobra. It's just strapped around your neck, and once it's done squeezing the life out of you, it'll let go.
That's right. So we have ripping off a scab and bleeding out, and a cobra
And a
really
cobra
suffocating you.
And Chernobyl.
And Chernobyl.
You're in Chernobyl ripping off scabs and getting choked out by cobras. That's what it feels like,
Sounds
everybody.
like that would probably happen.
And
in
then
Chernobyl.
during all that, you're in your mind pals banging yourself.
Yes. So let's go. Let's exit the black void.
Bye.
And enter the real world.
Okay, great.
Hey, everybody! I hope you
over your ex
enjoyed-
yet? God, get over it.
Get over it.
Accept it.
Jeez. Accept
Yikes.
it. Jeez.
All right. Well, we got 5 more tips for you. So
And we are jumping right on
So
in.
get the tissues and let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going. These are the final 5 tips on how to get over an ex, and it starts with reach out to friends and loved ones. The end of a romantic relationship can also complicate other relationships. For example, if you have mutual friends, then questions like, can I still be friends with an ex? Now, we know my point of view about that.
Right.
What if they prefer hanging out with my ex? Can plague your mind, these questions. The best thing to do is to keep away from social settings for a while, and instead stick to your exclusive circle of close friends. Nourish old relationships. Be around people you'll be able to vent to and who will understand you. Remember, friends and family are your constants.
Yeah.
You
You
know-
you got to go out with the boys. You
Yeah.
got to have a boys' day. That's
It's important. You know, there were there were moments even
tomorrow is the first boys' day we're doing
In a while.
and our friends just got out of like long-term
right.
relationships. So
yeah. So we got to
they
be
need it.
there for them,
You
and,
gotta be
and
there
it's
for 'em.
important. It's important, and you know, sometimes, you know, you may have something planned to do with people that are close to you, friends or something, and I know this happened to me. You know, we experienced it. We had plans to like record, or we had plans to do something, or there are times that
Yeah.
like and. I showed up and I said,
Yeah.
I cannot do this.
Yeah.
I cannot do
You're
this.
like, we're not recording. I got some beers. I just
and we
need to
sat
talk.
And we just talked.
And we sat and we talked. And
And
that's,
it was
that's
important.
What, yeah,
it was exactly what I needed, and it's exactly
I
what.
didn't even question it. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, let's do it. Fuck it.
And what's important is that those moments are the people in your life who can just drop it and be like, no, yeah, of course, like whatever you need, cherish them, because to be honest, you're in a very, like we started, you're going through grief. You're going through withdrawals of this person. It's your body and your mind is confused. And to be honest, even during some of these, I'd like to think that I can take enough responsibility for certain things that I said during the onset of certain breakups that I don't fully believe anymore right now, because you know your mind is all over the place. You're questioning certain things. You're critical. You're self-critical. You're.
It's good to get
just get the thoughts out, and
Yeah, it's
even
good to
give
get
them
them
to
out.
somebody and speak about them to somebody who is neutral enough that at times, as you know, I think there's a time and a place where friends can be like, no, I call it bullshit.
Yeah.
And then there's a time and a place where friends can be like, you got to get these thoughts out of your head. So let me hear them. Let me hear them. Like, you know, and I think I'm really, really appreciative that I have people in my life that I was able to do that with.
Yeah.
Like you and a few other people.
Yeah.
It's very important to seek that out. And if all you have is family, then lean on that ability.
It's also very important to not vent to your ex's friends. Do not go.
Oh my God.
You know, if you felt like you were really close with one of your ex's friends, and you were like, they'll understand me. They'll understand. Maybe they'll give me better advice than like what they know us. They know them.
No.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
Don't do that because they're on their side.
Yeah.
When the separation happens, the OG friends stick with the OG friends no matter what.
Yes, correct. So reach out to the friends and loved ones, the ones that you know will be able to just kind of be present with you if you need to be, and an experiential just type of just like letting it all out type of state.
Yeah, and if you don't have friends or family, then that's probably where going to therapy would help, right?
Absolutely, therapy, or even just reaching out to us at Men of Doozy and listening to this episode.
Yeah, we got you.
We got you.
DM us. We'll listen
but for
to
real,
you.
all of these, there's always somebody who is willing to.
Yep.
To help listen,
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 4, everybody, moving along. We're almost out of this. We're almost over this breakup. Okay?
This.
Don't make dramatic changes to your personality. Don't do it. It is very common to fall into a self-criticism spiral after a relationship ends. You tend to think that something is wrong with your personality and you try to fix it. Remember, not everything about you needs to be changed. Your ex could have been wrong too. Permit yourself to feel how you feel. Avoid taking crazy decisions like getting a tattoo or a new hair color, which you are only going to regret later. Don't allow your feelings to ruin you. Do not punish yourself. A breakup is not the end of everything. Yeah, when a common thing now, or it's all over TikTok, there is, once how a guy gets over a breakup is he goes to the gym.
Oh yeah.
Goes to the gym, but yeah, stay. I would don't lose yourself in it and feel like you're nothing without that person type of thing, because you need to just get more in touch with yourself there. Don't lose who you are. You can't.
And I would say, I know for me, one thing that was challenging for a while was that this whole thing about drastic changes to your personality. By the end of this relationship, there were things that were evident to me that I was like, oh, that's important for me to change. I had no idea that I was acting this certain way, or that, like, this is important to me. I really do have to work on that. And my ex gave me that. Now, post-breakup, that was a little difficult. Mm-hmm. That was a little difficult to navigate a new personality trait of working on certain things in my life, having the label that, or having the mental, what it was for a while is it made me think that me continuing to do that, even though it was beneficial and of my own power, I said, this is important to me, that I was still doing it for them. Mm-hmm. And it took some void moments with myself, and it took some therapy to be able to be like, no.
Who are you?
Who are you? I'm you. I'm you 20 decades ago. Damn it. You are handsome.
Every time you go into the void. Who are you?
I think this is the moment when you get canceled because we're doing Austin Powers thinking himself as sexy.
Sexy bitches.
As a child.
Damn it.
Damn it. We are handsome. Yeah, so I would just say be aware, and that don't go out of your way to do those drastic things. Yeah.
Also, depending on how toxic the relationship was, maybe they they made you change a certain way that you never wanted to change. And now you have to undo that damage to try to get to your normal self again.
Yeah.
And kind of to what you were saying, where it's I got to change, but you still feel like you're doing it for that person or with that person or in some weird way.
Or it's
you're gonna shake a lot of things up. You're gonna undo a lot of damage.
You're gonna You're gonna.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
recognize yourself, and if that's
yeah.
the case, that's sometimes, most of the time, that's okay.
It's a transformative experience. Getting
Your
over
body
somebody.
will recalibrate. You just have to trust it and let it go.
Absolutely. Your body and your mind will be able
It
to
knows who you
identify
are.
the things that really are
It knows
important
who
to
you
you, so trust it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to the top 3 tip, we have challenge yourself to social media detox.
Episode 23.
Men of Doozy,
Holy
episode 23,
shit.
we talk about how to social media detox.
That's crazy.
That's 85?
That's
80?
crazy.
That's like 90 something, or wait, how many? Holy
shit.
Right?
That's crazy.
That is 86 episodes ago?
Something. Jesus.
Oh my god.
Look at us.
Yeah. No, yeah, if you
Our
guys wanna-
breakup's gonna be really hard.
Because it'll just be us watching all of our own videos.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God I'm
Yeah.
straight. How
Yeah.
can you get over an ex if you continue to keep tabs on social media? We were talking about this a little bit earlier.
Yep.
Seeing your ex's name pop up on the timeline makes it harder to move on. Unfollow your ex on social media. Delete old pictures and messages. If you find it really hard to stop yourself, then deactivate your account. My goodness, that is wow. That would
You
be,
know, I
wow.
will say that sometimes you deactivate your account, you're off social media, and then you're feeling good, and then you go to the airport and you see Jessica Alba on a magazine cover.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? So it's everywhere.
Yeah.
But social media, that's a big thing. Block them from
Yes.
everything. You have to.
You have to
And it's good to
make
just
more room for yourself.
It's good to detox in that moment because you're like, you know what? It's good to get off the grid in general.
Yeah.
During that time.
Yeah.
You know?
It's grounding.
You need a little meditation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
Well, we talked about the social media earlier there, so
Yep.
let's move on to number 2. Focus on being positive. Give yourself time to get perspective on things. Do things that light up your heart in a real way, like volunteer for a cause, join a hiking club or a hobby group. Focus on eating healthy and never opt for drugs or alcohol as a solution. Well, maybe a little alcohol. Build a workout plan. Definitely work out. Actually,
That's one
when
thing that-
how we
yeah.
met was I was going to burn
That's right.
every fucking day because I was going through a breakup.
That's right.
And there was a lot of alcohol involved. But build a workout plan and stick to it. Keep a grip on your emotions and focus on your career. Go slow, like a cobra. Go slow. You need time to heal. Prioritize self-care. Time to heal is a very.
It's the hardest part.
It's the essence of what it is. You just need the time to heal.
You will need time.
You need the time to heal. Time heals everything.
Absolutely.
You know? And sometimes it will take a year or 2 years or multiple years,
Yeah.
or you'll never get over that person, but you still have to move on.
You still have to move on in your
You
own
know?
way. Yeah. Absolutely.
Because you could never truly get over someone if they were such a big, love in your life. Like, say you were married to someone for like 40 years,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden they cheat on you, and then it's over. You'll probably never really recover from that, but you'll probably be able to move on and accept certain aspects of things, and you'll be able to heal to a certain
There are
extent.
things that there are always things in your power that can lift you up in a positive way. And that's,
like
focusing
drugs or
on-
alcohol.
like drugs and alcohol and the drug-like feeling of endorphins when you're at the gym.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, God.
No,
Yeah.
working out is good because you're releasing all that stress, all that pain, all that tension,
Oh,
all
there's
that
something- yeah.
energy. Work out,
Workout, yeah, if you really are getting lost in just mopiness. If
But you gotta be
sign up for
positive.
a workout class, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, just exhausting your body in that way is really, really great.
Yeah, it was
Sometimes it's
it
just
was
like-
very therapeutic for me
Yeah.
when I was doing it.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Which this now brings us to the final tip.
Wow.
It is the number one tip on how to get over an ex, and it is take a break
Yeah.
and unwind.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? When emotions are overwhelmingly difficult to control, and when grief is taken over, travel can help you in the healing process. So instead of sulking in your pajamas, get out and explore. A change in environment can elevate your mood. A place where there are fewer things that will remind you of your ex will be a good distraction. A getaway will give you some mental clarity. If you have it in your budget to get away, I guess that's nice.
Yeah,
you know,
or a great place to go to is the beach.
Oh, the beach, water.
Water.
Is
Go,
very
look,
grounding.
go to the beach. Go swimming in the water. You know, play a little music. Do some drugs and alcohol. You know, do a little workout on the beach. But you know, like when we were during quarantine, you know, how we dealt with quarantine was just going to the beach all the time, and it was so fun. It was good.
Yeah. It
You know?
It was, yeah.
It was a good
It
time.
was very, very grounding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very important
Yeah,
to just
I like that. Those are good tips.
to you know, you gotta understand
let
that.
yourself heal. It's literally like if you broke your legs and they were like, okay, it's gonna take like 10 months for you to fucking heal. You need to just sit and do nothing and let it heal.
Yeah.
That's basically getting a breakup. You need to sit and let
yourself heal and know that there are certain things that when you have a broken
your body
bone,
will heal. Yeah.
when you have a broken
That's
bone,
literally it.
sometimes
That's
or
the
like a
metaphor.
sprain, sometimes you have to do physical therapy. What
Yeah.
is physical therapy in the realm of emotionally? What are the things that you can do to help yourself nurse yourself back to health, or
Yeah.
even mentally?
Yeah.
Doing the things that you like, enjoying, like reminding yourself that hey, there are things other than this person that cannot be in my life anymore that make me feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I'd like to wrap the episode up with a little bit something personal. There is a book. It's written by a comedian. His name is Daniel Sloss.
Yeah.
He became very, very popular from his many Netflix specials, one of which is called Jigsaw. And the last 15, 20 minutes of that special goes in depth about something that I'm going to read right now, and it has to do, you know, with our perceptions of relationships and stuff. And I wanted to read just like a quick like page-ish.
Okay.
And because this when I read this book and when I started reading this chapter,
You read that. I'm gonna get my computer charger.
okay. Now this at this moment when I read it, it was the moment that it was about 3-4 months post breakup that I actually really started to let myself let go and really embrace me. And so I hope that this helps you. And this is from the book, Everyone You Hate Is Going to Die, and other comforting thoughts on family, friends, sex, love, and more things that ruin your life. So
Love
here's
that.
a little excerpt that kind of helped me. There's nothing wrong with being selfish, as long as you're not selfish every second of every fucking day. Making decisions for the benefit of yourself should not be frowned upon unless it infringes upon the happiness of others. Deciding that you need time to work out who you are, what you want, and why is something that's best done by yourself. This might involve a breakup, and you're making that decision will almost certainly make your partner sad, and that's definitely selfish. But here are 2 important things to remember. 1, you are not responsible for the happiness of other human beings. You are absolutely allowed to do everything within your power to make them happy, and you should. But it is not your fucking job. And if it feels like your job, quit. That's not a relationship. That's a job. Fuck that.
Is that what that said?
Yeah.
I love that.
2, breakups suck.
Yeah.
Always. No exceptions. Anyone who said they had a clean breakup is a self-centered psycho with no emotions who wasn't able to see the hurt in the other person. Even small, inconsequential relationships coming to an end can have a huge effect on you. Not just the person you're dumping, even if it's mutual. I've, Daniel Sloss, called things off with fuck buddies at times in his life, and there's always a part of me that goes, damn, that person is no longer in my life anymore. Just because everything wasn't right doesn't mean some things weren't right. So it's sad. It's a chapter ending. Oh, and if you're reading that and saying, but we can just stay friends, fuck you, you absolute spanner, we can stay friends, is like having a dog die and your parents telling you you can still play with it.
Yeah.
You can absolutely
Fuck yeah.
be friends with an ex of yours, but way later, when you break up with someone, you cut every single part of them out of your life. Every single part. Photos, clothes, pets, burn them all. Get off their fucking Netflix account. Delete them on all forms of social media. Text their mom to never text you again.
Yeah.
Punch their gram. I don't care. Every form of them must be out of your life. That might sound drastic, but it's important. Being in a relationship is a beautiful thing. Love is wonderful. Despite what people will tell you about me, Daniel Sloss, I do not hate love. I hate fake love. And the problem is most of you morons can't tell the difference between real and fake because you're in a relationship. Just like I don't know when I'm in one. Love is a chemical imbalance in the brain that has more drastic side effects than drug addiction. You want me to cite evidence for that claim? That's an asterisk. It says, cite my balls. Just trust me and be aware. Relationships can change you entirely. They almost always do. So
that was good, dude. I might ask to read that book.
Absolutely. So
let me borrow it.
That was just I just wanted to bring that to the table as something because sometimes you need the tough love and the tough words and point of view directed towards you to be.
He
able
sounds
to
like
be
me talking to all my friends.
Now
during
imagine that, but it's like a very Scottish, like he's like Scottish and he's got this really like fucking potty mouth shit.
Yeah.
He's so fucking funny. But with that, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this. Very
Thank you
somber,
for watching the
but
Man
like
Doozy podcast.
this episode. Please comment what your favorite tip was, and if you have a tip on how to get over an ex or all this type of stuff, please let us know. Let us know.
I'll also go back to episode 23 where we did how social media detox. But go easy on us because this was before Jose.
That's all right.
This was before we had time to heal from all the other episodes we went through.
or even go back to like I think it's 30 something or whatever
Wow.
and we see what we have to say about breakups. These are almost like a companion.
Exactly.
2
Look at
years
that.
after the fact.
This is great.
But guys, if there's something that you want to learn about and have us teach you while we also learn about it, you know the thing. Let us know.
That's it. That makes sense to me.
Yes. Everyone, please share this with your friends, and we will see you next episode.
I'm going to go into my void now.
Yeah. Stay slutty, guys. Yeah. Holy shit, he is going to town on himself. Oh, whoa. Oh, he just finished.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, I love you.
Who are you?